unexpected poops show up and you just thought you were going there to piss, and then all of a sudden you're like, you know, shitting out Mona Lisa's arm, and you're like, I don't know what happened here, but here we are. So I've never had this problem before, and it was like a big fucking turn. Like, this thing was like a baby arm on steroids. Like, I really thought I potentially like ripped my asshole in, like, I don't know, like I had 2 assholes or something. I don't know. Like, there was like, it was huge. I'm looking at it and I don't even see the hole for the toilet to, like, you know, where it sucks all the shit down. Literally. It was gone. Like, it was literally just looking at a big straight fucking log, and there was, I didn't even see the hole, so I knew the poop wouldn't go.
Oh. That video, it is a classic, chat. It's a classic. It's an absolute classic, chat. Oh, oh man. It's always, oh God, it's always a classic. Hello, everybody. Let's get started. Hi, welcome to another stream. Oh, fuck, that's not supposed to be on. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another stream. Man, starting off with the poop video. Oh, classic. Try to copyright strike me. Try. Anyways, welcome, everybody. Welcome. I see Ganji, who was just copyright striked by Blair. No, it was a full re-upload. I'm not going to give her too much shit for that, but still, kind of thin-skinned. Hello, Angel. Hello, Dark Blade. Hello, I Sam YouTube, Jax, Mr. Gamer, Vault. I blame Vault for all of this. Vault did all of these things. Every single thing we're going over today, it's all because of Vault. Every single thing that's happening today, I blame Vault. All because of a fat joke. A fat joke. Are you kidding me, Vault? You just had to make a fat joke, Vault. You had to make a fat joke. Now, I need to clarify, it wasn't a fat joke against Blair before all the crazies are running in here going, oh, God, he's talking about the fat joke again. No. I blame Vault. This is all Vault's fault. Point blank, period. You should have been fired. Ricochet was right. You should have been fired. You piece of shit. Oh, God. Okay. We have a bit of a long stream today, but nonetheless, it's going to be incredibly interesting. If you don't know, we are going over a well-known content creator, 1.7 million subscribers, known as Illuminaughti. Now, Illuminaughti writes her name like somebody who doesn't know what spell check is. Illuminaughti is, there's a lot to say about Illuminaughti. Now, I'm going to preface a lot of things. I didn't know a lot about Illuminaughti until a few days ago. I knew the stories, right? But I didn't, like, look into other people's content, like mostly the Augie coverage and the Tommy coverage at the time. But then I started, like, getting my feelers out. And then I was looking at, like, a bunch of different content and looking at things that she's done and said. Now, a lot of those things are old, like the r/ stuff where she accused him of swatting her, which, I don't believe that the more I look into this woman's decrepit way of handling the internet. I've also heard that she's abused the copyright tool at one point against our good friend Nicholas Diorio. Oh, man, just so fucking cringe. You know me, chat. You know me. I absolutely, unequivocally hate copyright ID tool users. I hate these people that strike channels. I hate these people that create shit up for, what's the word I'm looking for? I hate when people try to slander people for unjust things. I hate copyright abusers. I hate doxers. I hate a lot of these things. And Illuminaughti kind of fits most of that, minus the doxing that I'm fucking aware of. And she sucks. Now, you think somebody who, through MLM content and who got out of an MLM himself would actually respect a channel of this caliber. But I don't. I don't respect Blair at all. I don't respect any aspect of her. I don't respect her content. I don't respect her as a person. I don't respect anything. It's actually disturbing to me at this point that this woman has proceeded to rise up the ranks of YouTube and try to turn people against each other because they said something that she didn't like or did something that she didn't like, which is thin-skinned as shit. How did you work for Shot from the Point and end up this thin-skinned? How did you do that, Blair? It's honestly incredible to me on a scale that I can't even imagine that you, working for Tommy fucking C at one point, are this thin-skinned. It's fucking incredible to me. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in my entire life. I've never heard of that. It blows my mind that somebody out of that camp is this fucking weak of a human being. How did you work for Tommy? That's insanity to me. I also heard at one point that she wanted to sue Keemstar for saying that she had an STD because he was messing with her. That's a whole nother story. God. Oh, man. Blair, there's so much to learn about Blair. So I'm going to take you guys down a fun rabbit hole. We're going to go over a lot of things about Blair. Now, if there are things that I miss, Vault will probably let me know. And whoever else that the mods in chat, if they want to send things to me that they find for me to look at, more than welcome to. I built up some of these things myself. But regardless, we're going to take a deep dive into Illuminati. So make sure you sit down, enjoy a smoke, a beer. I don't know what the fuck. If you can't have any of those things, you should definitely relax because we're going to be here a while. Now, let's get started at the first part here. We're going to get started at the start. Tommy C. Now, again, if you didn't listen to what I said before, Blair used to work on Shot from the Point for a second channel that Tommy used to do, involving a comedy news show. Now, Blair, and this is something I blame Vault for, is friends with a man named Ricochet, somebody who was a part of Tommy's team, and Vault called Ricochet fat. Ricochet, from the photos I've seen of the man, he's fatter than Tipster, which is interesting that he decided to call Tipster fat, but then have thin skin about being called fat himself. So Tommy gets some interesting DMs from Blair about all this, and we're gonna listen to Tommy. And I want you guys to sit back, relax, and understand the beginning of this whole drama.
Little beef with Rico is leaking into my shit. I've stayed aloof from a little spat because I don't care. That's clearly not the case. I'm getting into it's getting into my server from Curious Eyes. Please do something about it.
Okay, fuck. Why is the YouTube player so ass?
I have no beef with Rico. Last I spoke to I think that's what's the 25th. That's what spawned this then. The 25th. Let's go back.
25th was Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday? So I'm somewhat aware of what's going on at this point, but I don't have a beef with Rico. I'm not happy about what he, telling people.
Thank you for the membership.
Meetings, but he's gone. Like, what am I gonna do? And I said I had no beef with Rico. I spoke to him, and he said he was too busy for the news team. So that's what I thought it was about. I thought it was about because I kicked him from the news team. Tell me what's going on. It's stemming from the Vegas trip, she says. Rico is kicking Vault from the moon base and turned it into a nice troll that's going too far. Now
Mind you, Vault is 16 at the time, and he called Rico fat. He called Ricochet fat. This is all because of a fucking joke. I can't get over that this woman's snowball effect of becoming the most prolific dipshit on the website was all because Vault called somebody fat, who has been calling Tipster fat for years. How does this woman get upset at a fat joke made about someone else when that person is making fat jokes themselves. How? How does this happen? Vault! How did you hurt this man so bad that Illuminati decided to go postal on the rest of the website? This is what you did. You said a segment of Blair did on Get to the Point. Yeah, hell yeah. Let's see what Blair used to do. Let's see what Blair used to do on Get to the Point. Let's see this. Come on, baby. Work for me here. Work. Quit being gay. Quit being gay.
Yesterday, Twitch updated their community guideline policies. In a blog, they said this. Additionally,
oh my God.
We will now consider verifiable hateful or harassing conduct that takes place off Twitch when making moderation decisions for actions that occur on Twitch. If you use other services to direct hate or harassment towards someone on Twitch, we will consider it a violation of Twitch's policies. So I think that's a fantastic message to spread around, and it's really going to help make the Twitch community a lot more positive. And I think hopefully if our favorite gnome wants to continue streaming on Twitch...
Oh man, she hates Keemstar. Thank you for the re-up, Mario. 4 months. Let's go. Let's go. 4 months, baby. Make sure you guys become a members because we are doing a member stream later.
He's hopefully going to clean his act up on Twitter, because if not, well, him. And this morning, Casey Neistat uploaded a video to his channel where he was announcing...
How does anyone, like, find her entertaining? I'm, like, so bored just listening to this woman speak. It's, like, incredible. I find it so boring. Thank you, Plants, for the re-up of the 4 months. Let's go. Everyone's starting this off strong. Re-up in the memberships. Love to see that. But, like, this... She's so boring. She's so boring it, like, hurts my brain. Like, unironically. It looks like a wig. I don't know. Vault would know more.
Announcing that he is doing an interview with Robert Keibel, or however the hell you say his last name, the CBO of YouTube, who is the CEO partner to Susan, you know, that one. I think...
Does she not know how to say Susan Wojcicki, or is that like a part of the skit? I have no idea. This woman is so boring it like hurts my brain. All right. So like I stated before, she used to work on another channel for Shot from the Point. What is it? She mispronounces a lot of names, especially of people who were victims, ironically. Jesus! So she's just retarded.
My mods are asking me about Vault, Zhivago, and Core Master.
Core! Core Master! Core is a bully. Don't let anyone ever tell you anything different. Core Master is a fucking bully. That fat piece of shit is a total bully. Oh no! I called Core fat. I guess I'm gonna get 50 DMs from people being like, you can't call Core fat! That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get yelled at. I'm gonna get yelled at for calling Core fat. God! God forbid I call someone fat!
They are watching, and I don't want to enter the drama.
That's a lot of money, I guess.
There's a really easy solution to that, sweetheart. Don't. But if I'm entering it, I'm going to have to protect my staff, which one is Rico, and I will put you and the news team on opposing side. I really do not want this to be a situation. I've seen them in my live stream. I did with Rico. I did when Rico was on it, and it seems he clearly appeared to be noticed by Rico and left, and they were not acknowledged, and that is directly coming to my space and throwing shit BS in my lap. Well, I was pretty good at ignoring it for like since April when this stupid Vegas trip. So I asked her to, let's go on a VC about it, and she was very hostile to me. Like,
imagine being hostile to somebody who like. You got your career lifted off the ground working with this person. Like imagine doing that over a joke. Imagine being hostile towards somebody over a joke, right? Like don't get me wrong. Listen, you all know I used to work with Keem. And I'm going to tell you right now, working for Keem, you get made fun of. I was made fun of relentlessly on the show. Did I have a hostile fucking reaction to Keemstar when I decided to walk away? No. And it wasn't even because of that. I literally had other shit that I had to do in my life, and it was going to take up my time to do the show. Plus, with the whole breakup and everything, the show wasn't going to continue on. So I left. It's no big deal. But, like, I'm not going to stand on a soapbox and be like, Keemstar called me a piece of shit retard. Like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Thank you, Doug, for the 10 gifted members. Let's go. Love to see it. Let's keep those memberships up, people. If you get donated a membership, make sure to re-up it. Keeps the channel afloat. But, like, this is my point, right? Imagine getting upset over other people saying shit for no fucking reason. Over a fat joke. Hey! It's a joke! It's a fucking joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. If you don't like that, get the fuck off YouTube. It's a joke. How did this even stem from a joke? Where you proceeded to delete 2 of Tommy's videos because of a fucking joke. That is single-handedly the most childish shit I've ever heard in my entire life. I know this is like old drama, but you have to understand that we're doing a retrospective on this bitch. This is annoying to me. It was a single fat joke. God.
The only way I can take it, and I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know. I think she was just trying to get, I just took it the time, like, she's trying to get me to do something. She said, like, she was like, I told her about the stuff that was going on my news team. I told her about the girls, and I told her about the photojournalist, the photo stuff. And I said, look, like, I don't care how people get laid. I don't care what they do, but this is the ultimate way to make yourself a lol cow, right? And she started bringing up, like, people like Core Master and fans. And she said that she suggested that I should do something about it. And I just, like, what do you want me to do? Everybody's an adult here. I can't tell people not to make fun of him.
That's the argument, right? She's like, you have to take control of the people that make fun of people. What? How is Tommy obligated to do that? Why is Tommy obligated to do that? Why is any creator obligated to do that? Oh, your news team is making a fat joke against somebody who makes fat jokes about other people. How? Why is Tommy obligated to give a fuck? Why? Why? Why is he obligated to give a fuck? What in what world is he obligated to actually give a legitimate shit? That's what I'm trying to get at here. How did this whole drama stem from this? Vault! This is all your fault. You fucking douchebag. Look what you did. Now this woman has 1.7 million subscribers and is out of control. Look what you did, Vault. This is all on you, bitch.
Like, that's kind of ridiculous, you know? And she threatened me. She said, if you don't do something about this, I will. And I was like, whoa, because her whole, like, speech pattern was just completely different than what I was used to. I felt like I was, like, in the principal's office or something. And I go, Blair, what are you going to do? And she sharply replied, I'm going to kick Dr. Zhivago out of my server.
Whoa, it's the worst goddamn thing that you could do is kick Dr. Zhivago out of your server. Okay, who gives a shit, bitch?
I don't care. Fucking kick him out.
I never talked in that server.
Kick him out. Fuck
Doesn't
him.
make a difference to me.
If he's a problem, kick him out. I mean, I don't care. And then she named people that were not on my news team. And about, did you hear about this person? Did you hear about that person? I said, yeah, I heard they're a prick. Yeah, I heard about that person. From what I understand, none of this is going on in my server because it's pretty well policed, and we have pretty much zero tolerance. We'll kick you out or make you a retard. There's a little thing where we kind of lock you out, just if you're, being a general pain in the ass and stuff like that. So, outside of that, if there's DMs, if there's, and most of she even said, like, most of the stuff that was going on in, like, other servers, like, they were talking about him. I can't.
Oh, God, everyone's talking mean about Ricochet. Ah! Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Who cares? You can't control it. Why are you bringing it to Tommy like he has to give a fuck? Anyways, you guys get the point, right? This woman is, like, incredibly sensitive to stupid fucking bullshit. And in this live stream, which I highly recommend you guys go and watch this. I know it's an older video from 3 years ago. It's an older live stream from 3 years ago, but it gives you like a full idea of like what Blair was like during that time frame, right? And I really recommend you guys go sub to Tommy's channel if you aren't already. I know me and Tommy kind of like share an audience, but to the people that don't know who Tommy is, make sure you subscribe to the motherfucker. He's OG YouTube legend. Great live streams. Love the guy. But like this is the thing. And I'm just going to fill in the blanks here. During this live stream, Tommy opens up to the fact that Blair DM'd him and said, I hope you and your family and whatever, you know, live well. And she quits the news team, right? She quits working for Tommy. And Tommy, without knowing at the time, she actually deleted 2 of Tommy's videos because she had admin status on his channel, right? Which is normal if you're going to be working with a team of people, if you're going to have editors, managers, admin privileges, people that can take a look at stuff like that, right? Like, that's normal. I'm pretty sure I still have admin privileges on the Keemstar show. I'm not going to do anything with it. It's just there. I can't do anything, nor would I. There's no reason for me to give a shit. But, like, what's the point? What's the point of pettily deleting 2 videos? One of them was the FaZe Banks video, which was pretty fucking good, if I remember correctly from back in the day. Why even do that? Why even do that? What's the point? What do you get out of it? You just look like a petty fucking cunt. That's what you look like. You look petty as shit, Blair. But hey, you know what? If Blair decided to do that, she decided to do that. It's a little fucking ridiculous, and Tommy deserves retribution for it, but it's a little fucking stupid. Now, there is another situation that I will condense down very shortly for you. There was a channel known as, Confused World Happy Mind. What the fuck was, oh god, I sound like Tommy right now trying to remember this fucking channel's name. What was it again? World Happy, I can't type. Cruel World Happy Mind, right? So this is another YouTube channel that did like MLM style content, like Illuminati, right? This channel right here. At one point, she was way lower than what she's at now, but still, she had a pretty sizable channel. A little bit smaller than Illuminati's, and there was a there was a situation that happened, and I'm gonna make it like very short. When Cruel World Happy Mind uploaded a video in an MLM, it was a month prior to Blair uploading her video on the same MLM. Now, there's a debate, and to be honest, I'm more inclined to believe Cruel World Happy Mind on this, and the people that saw the definitive differences between the two, and I'm not going to go over both because it's going to take forever to, like, piece them together. But what I understand is that the video that Blair put out was almost a copy of Cruel World Happy Mind's video. Now, Blair proceeded to have a bitch fit when this creator reached out to them and politely said, hey, I don't really know how this works. Like, you're a huge inspiration to me. People are saying that we have the same video, and I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just a misinterpretation. Maybe it's just something stupid. I don't know. It kind of does look a little similar, but it's no big deal. I'm not accusing you of plagiarizing. You know, I'm kind of like bastardizing the exact conversation, but that's the point. That's kind of like the crux of the argument, right? So Illuminati decided to start saying wild shit about this girl in an attempt to smear her. Yes, smear her. And say that she is accusing her of plagiarism and that she doesn't pay attention to the rest of the MLM community and she doesn't care what the other people make, which doesn't make fucking sense to me. If you are doing research on another topic, right? Like, you're doing research on a topic. Don't you want to be able to see what other people are saying so that you can build an inference and an opinion based on that? Don't you want that? Don't you want to be able to connect the dots with other people's subjects? Maybe there are things that they found that you didn't. Maybe they found things. God damn it. Maybe they found things that you don't know about. why are you cutting yourself off from the rest of the community? Which I kind of believe is dog shit that she did that. I don't believe that she did that. I kind of don't fucking trust her because she's done so many things that makes her untrustworthy. Why would I trust that she blocked all MLM related search results in her YouTube studio? I don't believe you. I don't believe you for a fucking second. There's no reason for me to. It's shocking. I'll never understand that. Hold on. Let me see here. I need to check something. By the way, Plants, thank you for following on Coffee. Appreciate that. Direct donos are there, and I will read them out personally for you guys and leave you a nice little message if you decide to do that. Or if you do super chats, there is TTS, so your voice can be heard if I miss you in chat. Trust me, it fucking forces me to listen. But she does a podcast episode where she, in my opinion, smeared the shit out of this poor girl. Let's take a listen to that real quick.
Learned apparently is there is this whole anti-MLM community, right? I kind of thought I was on my own little island doing my own thing. Maybe that's my own ego. I don't watch their anti-MLM videos because I don't want to know what other people are saying or other people think. I don't want it influencing what I do. So I purposely like have terms like that blocked from my YouTube search stuff. I don't want to see it, and it's not out of I don't know, any rudeness, meanness, whatever. No, I can't care, and that kind of stuff can't influence me.
That doesn't make any sense to me. I can't care, and I can't let it influence me. Not using other MLM-related content as a device for you to do better research. I'll never understand that position. Now, you're saying to yourself, Chris, why can't you understand that position? Because you don't understand how research works if you aren't using other people's references. Now, this is the thing. Some people sit back and go, well, you're just going to regurgitate what other people are saying. No. If there are other people making content similar to yours and they find points and positions that are differencing from yours, why aren't you learning from those people? Or maybe pick up on some information that you were not aware of, research it yourself, verify it, and if it looks good, use that information additionally in your video to back that up. Maybe shout out the other channel. Like this is fucking dumb. This is a dumb thing for you to do. How are you at 1.7 million subscribers and this is how you handle research? It doesn't make any logical sense to me. It actually makes me believe that you are not doing your due diligence on your research. But that's just me. That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah. What I did have happen though recently, which this is, I'm going to try and keep it vague so I don't mention this person's channel.
Yeah.
But it's a
Why are you keeping it vague? That doesn't make any sense. Why are you keeping it vague about what that channel reached out to you about? Is it because that you're afraid of what people are going to say and be like, well, she reached out to you and said nice things? Why the fuck are what's so scary about bringing up their name? What's so scary about bringing up their name? I don't understand your fear there. Something tells me, and this is how I interpret it when I listen to this back, is that she was afraid that if she slips up and says something, that other channel will get recognition and beat her in the beef. I think that Blair is incredibly fucking sensitive. I think they're a sensitive cunt. And yes, I am calling you a cunt, Blair, because the amount of sensitivity that comes off of you is incredible. I can feel it every time you talk in other things that aren't your content. There is so much anxiety. There's so much fear of not being the best that you can't handle when people are coming at you. And I know that because of what happened with Nick, what happened with Tommy, what happened with Cruel World, Happy Mind. I know that. I can feel it on you. It's incredible. It's like this aura that just projects off of the screen and I start to feel it. And that's how you know somebody's weak-willed. That's how you know somebody's weak-willed and can't handle when things don't go in their favor. Guess what, Blair? Life is tough. Life doesn't always work out for you. And if you try to build your own little narrative around it and pretend like it's everyone's fault except for your own, people are going to start sniffing around and figuring it out. But because you can't handle the rationale that you are in the wrong on a lot of things that you do, this will translate for the rest of your time on this platform. And I'll be honest, Blair, the way that you've been acting over these years and the way I've looked at things, and I've looked up a lot of shit, even positive stuff on you, I'm telling you now, Blair, you are reaching lol cow levels of status. You're reaching it. I know people say you already are, but my definition of a lol cow is a little bit different than everybody else's. But you're borderline. You're kind of like, you're pushing the boundary a little bit. You're kind of like right. You're like right here. Here's my line. You're like right underneath it. Right underneath it. This is amazing. Yes, Angel, the stream will remain up.
Very small YouTuber, and
Oh, a very small YouTuber. Oh, like you never were a small YouTuber.
she DM'd me on Instagram claiming that I copied her.
You got that.
And okay, she claimed that I copied her video.
That's not what she said. She said other people were saying it at the time. Now Vault can correct me if I'm wrong, or Vault. If Vault has the screenshot still, because I couldn't find it anywhere for some reason. Vault, do you still have the screenshot of what the girl said? Because I can't open up, for some reason now I can't open up Discord. It's fucking gay right now. Hold on. I would like to open Discord on my browser, please. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. Hey, Vault, can you send me... I don't know. I couldn't find it. The screenshot of the girl of Cruel World Happy Mind talking to Blair. I want to give it a reference. I wasn't involved in that drama yet. You have to ask Matt. Okay, but I am getting it correct, right? I am getting it correct that this is the situation that Blair at one point kind of said, oh, well, she said I copied her, but it wasn't the case in the DM. It was like other people were saying that they were copying her. That's at least from what I'm understanding the situation to be. Maybe I'll see the DM somewhere else, but that's literally what I understand it to be. Okay, Vault, thank you.
Video that she had done maybe a couple weeks ago, right? And the video
whole
that I had
month.
done the topic on was suggested to me multiple times from my comment section. So I just listened to my comments and I made a video because that's what people were interested in my opinion on.
Yeah.
So she messages me and she goes, I'm just really disappointed because you're someone I look up to and you copied my video and I want credit.
That's not exactly what
right?
she
So
said.
I didn't know who this person was.
She said if it was copied at any point, I would at least like some credit if it was copied. She didn't accuse you of copying. So you're kind of like projecting your own bullshit here. And you're kind of just adding more shit for no reason.
So I went to my moderators in my Discord server and I was like, hey, I screenshotted the message, I sent it to them, and I said, do you know, is this a YouTuber? Can you guys like tell me who this is or what they're even...
Why aren't you reaching out to that person yourself? Why are you reaching out to your moderation team about it? The fuck does your moderation team have to do with an internal situation between you and another creator? Why the hell are you doing that? Look it up yourself, Blair. Use your brain. Look it up yourself. Use your brain. Look it up yourself. How hard is that? How hard is that, Blair? Use your brain. Look it up yourself. Who the hell is this woman? QTV Stolen Valor. She is a notorious copywriter, provocateur, anti-MLM channel. You think I would like somebody like that, but no, not this one. Deleted 2 of Tommy C's videos back in the day. Man, she is just a laugh and a riot. We're going to go over the stuff that she accused Nick of later.
Been talking about because I had no idea.
Yeah.
They come back to me. It's this small channel. I'll just say less than 50,000 subscribers at the time. And she sources me. She uses me as a source in her videos, for one. So I found it kind of funny. And she...
How is that funny? I don't understand that position, because if she's using you as a source and she sources your videos, that's a good thing. But let's say hypothetically, you copied some parts of hers, but you didn't reference them as a source. They're doing the right thing. They're doing the right thing while you aren't doing the right thing. So Blair, please explain to me how that's funny. Explain to me I want the 2 cackling dipshit hens from 2 years ago to explain to me how that's funny. That they're doing the right thing and sourcing you. How is that a funny thing, Blair? Explain that to me.
That was the point. I was like, you can't claim that I'm copying you when you use me as a source, honey.
Exactly.
But-
That's not copying. That's using you as a source. It's a totally different argument. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah.
She sources me, and then obviously
get
the
them
first thing I
likes
did
up,
before even
people.
looking at her videos is I went to look at her sourcing list because I think that's really important. Is what do you use? And she had 5 sources. You know, I have to use a pastebin document because I have anywhere 30 to 70 sources per video. I don't play around. But she had like 5 sources. You know, one was Wikipedia, one was BuzzFeed, one was like TMZ or something.
Oh my god.
The most,
you know, oh god.
Yeah. And those sources are okay for a reference on certain things. Like I use Wikipedia as a starting point.
Dude's
because
probably
Wikipedia
a
will
pick me.
generally give you an
True.
outline of where you should start looking. But those were
Thank you
her
for the
sources.
20,
and then
punk
she sits down for a
fruit.
video,
Appreciate it.
maybe 30, 40 minutes long, drinks a coffee, is distracted the whole time, and just gives her opinion on how she feels about things. And I said, you cannot believe for 1 second, ma'am, that I am copying
Thank you for starting off
You
with
are giving me
donos to
opinion.
start us off
I
with
don't
super
do
chats.
that. And
I'll let
she
it
even
read out with the
admitted, well,
TTS.
kind of that she was restructuring her channel to kind of mock my own channel. So I was like, so you're taking my formula
To mock your own channel when she just does MLM style content same as yours. How is that a mocking or a restructure to mock your channel?
Whoa!
How?
The better Illuminaughti is on Steam. It's a pretty good game if I do say so myself. Relieved face, folded hands.
Thank you, good sir. I will actually take a look at that game. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 20, dude. Thank you for starting us off with our first super chat for the day.
essentially like you're looking at how I outline my videos, you're trying to replicate that, and then when I cover a topic that you've already covered, I guess, then you say that I'm copying you. But I was like, honey, I've been doing the same thing. Like, that's not my fault.
Yeah.
and then she deleted the DM after a couple days, but I kept the screenshot.
Yeah.
And I was like, I will remember this. I won't say anything, but I'll remember it.
I will remember this for the rest of my life and make it a fucking problem for you.
Screenshotted everyone who's done.
I screenshot it too.
This is the thing, because you are in such a niche YouTube like genre.
Yeah, that was about 2 years ago. Now anti-MLM content is fucking everywhere. It's everywhere. It's a serious fucking problem. It's everywhere. Also, I didn't say floss. Thank you for the subscription. But like, that doesn't change anything. That just doesn't change anything. It really doesn't. Good luck, John, by the way. Thank you for stopping by, bro. I just don't fucking get it. I don't get this. What is MLM? MLM content is multi-level marketing. It's basically like a pyramid scheme. So an example is I used to work for a company known as Smart Circle. Illuminaughti would know about that. If she does, I'm pretty sure she's done MLM content involving Smart Circle. They're one of the more proficient ones. Where they do this whole, like, you start at bottom and then you work your way up, build a team, and then after that you become a manager, and then there's an opportunity for your people to branch out, and you make revenue off of their work. It's like, it's all bullshit. It's all fucking facade. It's all a lie. Multi-level marketing is a fucking lie, and if you think it's gonna work for you, then you are deranged.
Category as well, because like you said, there aren't many people doing it, and the ones that aren't quite on, not, I can't say on your level. They're not quite the same. I don't know
They're
how to say
kind
it
of
without
almost
saying
more
it.
like the beauty drama channels. They're more,
Yeah,
it's about
exactly.
the tea, it's being casual,
Yes.
and that's
Yeah.
really what the difference is.
It's nice to watch yours that seem like it's done in a more of a documentary style, and then there's reaction, funny.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's you can't really. People are going to talk about the same subject. People are going to talk about similar things that are popular within that very niche category. You can't then start throwing around that. Oh, you're
Exactly.
copying me. Only I'm allowed to talk about that.
Listen, I could do a smoky eye and someone messages me. You're copying me. Are you kidding
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's so this is funny, right? So Blair is going off talking about like, oh, well, if you use the same editing style, you could just say you're copying me. And they're all fucking laughing their asses off. Well, chat, it's kind of ironic that 2 years ago that Blair was making fun of this concept, but what happened with Legal Eagle recently shows to me that Blair doesn't know jack fucking shit. She doesn't know shit. She's a hypocrite. It's fucking hilarious, actually. I'm going to let this play a little bit further.
Like, come on now. But I mean, yeah, I don't discuss with
We'll go over that later. That's the updated stuff with Legal Eagle. Trust me.
most of this apparent MLM community. And this DM that I received was one of the first instances where I realized there was another community. And
How don't you know that there is a community of people that do MLM content when you do MLM content? I don't understand why isolate yourself from that community or not at least look at what they're doing as well. It doesn't make sense to me. That's me being like, I'm going to cut myself off from all of commentary and not look into references that they have made or things that they have done so that I can learn off of that stuff and have a direction to go in and branch my research out further. That's ridiculous. Working off of each other's work is not a bad thing. It never has been a bad thing. It's actually been beneficial to a lot of channels because they will look at something and go, oh shit, that's actually a good point. Reference that person gains viewership and subscribers, or it makes your video a lot more comprehensive and cohesive. So it makes no sense to me why Blair is doing this whole bullshit arc where she's like, oh, well, I didn't even know that there was like a whole other community out there. I just don't care to look at it. That doesn't make any sense to me on any fucking level. That 2 years ago, this is what she's saying. And I'm pretty sure she probably still does this. God.
so that introduction was very negative. So I choose, now that I know this community exists, I choose not to really associate with them out of more of like disgust from this first message where I go, I don't want to be associated with that kind of pettiness, that kind of behavior. It's just not, like, it detracts from our message. Like, what is the message of this community?
Right, exactly.
And I do feel like it's people jumping on the bandwagon or something they see as picking up in popularity rather than having this passion for it that you have and wanting to, you know, not expose in that way, but, you know, talk, you know, bring this to light for everyone. Like you said, these are people jumping on the bandwagon, sitting there, reading off a few things they quickly Googled, and
you know what's funny is that Blair pretends like she's holier than thou than all these other MLM channels, but she started out as a Reddit reading channel, like just reading Reddit. She was a Reddit channel. And they're laughing, be like, oh, it's so easy for you to jump on the bandwagon and fucking just look at Google shit up and just read it off. Yeah. Just like Blair used to do when she used to run a Reddit channel. Come on, you fucking dumbass. 2 years ago and you were this fucking stupid? Really?
you know, like you said, jumping on the tea side of it, and you know, they don't have that same passion for it that you clearly do, and that shows throughout other people's videos.
It just sounds like a lot of dick sucking. She did makeup bids before she did Reddit. So she has the mindset of a tea channel. Oh, Lord Vault. Oh, sweet baby Jesus, release me from this hell. I'm dealing with a tea channel that thought that they evolved. I'm dealing with a tea channel that thought that they evolved. Oh, Lord.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not to hate on them. You know, it is a different type of content. That's not what I do. So it offers a new perspective. And I just, personally, to me, I feel like if you're going to be part of this apparent anti-MLM community, which is weird for me to say because I'm still just kind of like, that doesn't exist, but it does, apparently. The message is supposed to be, right, helping inform those who might be trapped in an MLM realize that something's not right here, or helping prevent people from going into them. And like you guys said, making fun of the people stuck in there, making fun of, you know, that kind of stuff, not doing your research, putting half-assed information into the world, and then turning around and then trying to be petty and attack other creators in the same space who are trying to spread a message of awareness is tacky, and it cheapens the overall message, and it shouldn't be something that exists. It's not a personal thing. This is if you're gonna abide by putting this message out into the world, you have to follow through with.
Wow, that was
that's completely fucking retarded. Like, yeah, the message is supposed to be helping people through MLMs, but that doesn't change the fact that you potentially, allegedly, copied a video. That's retarded. That's absolutely retarded. So I hate that. I hate that so much. Thank you for the remembership. Dark Mage for the 5 months. Let's fucking go. What's wrong with this bitch? A fucking lot, apparently. So now that we've gotten past the whole slandering of a smaller channel, right? This is where we're going to get into the fun stuff. This is where we're going to get into the fun stuff really quick. So there's a video that Blair put out a long time ago. It was called the r/ video. Now, this video has been deleted from the internet. And I know Blair has a love for copyright striking channels that show deleted content. So I can't show it to you guys here, unfortunately. She will probably strike this channel down if I do that, because she is thin-skinned and can't handle that stuff. But I'll give you a short backstory. She accused excuse my words. She accused r/, a very prominent Reddit channel at the time, for sub-botting at one point. She tried to convince Tommy and Nick DiOrio that this person was sub-botting and that they're a horrible person in general, that they swatted them, that they've done horrible shit to them. And there was no proof of that. So Tommy and Nick were like, well, we don't really know if we're going to go for this. We don't really know if we're going to jump on this bandwagon. There's not a lot of information out there. It just looks like he's growing very fast organically. But she was so convinced of that, she made her own video on a lot of points against r/ to shit on him with made up bullshit. And it's kind of funny because she said that r/ swatted them, but apparently, from what I understand, went into business with r/ later. So, which is it, Illuminati? Did r/ swat you and make your life a living hell? Or was it convenient to talk shit about them because they were growing faster than you expected at the time, and then go into business with them when they started to grow at a good natural rate? Which is it, Illuminati? Which was it? I want to know. You still have yet to talk about that. It's very interesting. Yes, r/, the guy who reads Reddit stories, exactly. So about a year ago, Truth Sleuth, I like Truth Sleuth. She's pretty based. She made a video about Illuminati. Now we're going to go over the Truth Sleuth video. This is a year ago. Now some things might get rehashed from what we heard earlier, but regardless, we should have all the information that we can, right? We're going on a deep dive, guys. We're going on a deep dive of everything Blair related, because I feel like not a lot of people remember this stuff, and it needs to be remembered for the next segment that we're going over.
Before beginning this video, I want to remind you that no matter how you feel about anyone or the topics discussed in this video, please do not bully, harass, or send any hate. These videos are my opinions based
She's
on
had
my
her
research
issues,
into
but
the
Truth has
topics
gotten a
with
little
the
bit better.
information already publicly available. With that said, everything is alleged and not to be taken as fact. Okay, I have never covered Illuminati before, but several months ago I actually intended on covering her because she got into quite a bit of drama with a YouTuber named Cruel World Happy Mind, and it turned out she has done other shady things to other content creators not that long ago. But before continuing with the rest of today's video, a word from today's sponsor, Adam and Eve.
Oh God.
I wanted to give a quick shout.
I'm sorry, not this.
Break it down here briefly, just in case you happen to not know who she is. And no, that is not shade either. Illuminaughti, whose real name is Blair, and a name which I will be referring to her moving forward, is a major YouTuber with 1 million subscribers. She started off covering Reddit content, but she eventually found her niche in the anti-MLM community. MLM stands for multi-level marketing companies, such as Avon, Young Living, Mary Kay, Paparazzi Accessories, Beachbody, the list goes on and on.
You forgot Smart Circle. Truth. I was in Smart Circle back then. Bah!
It is said that a lot of these types of companies are pyramid schemes, and a lot of MLMs have shady histories and generally have
They're
a
all
bad
pyramid
reputation
schemes.
due
Like
to
every
more
single
often
one of
than
them is a
not
fucking
predatory
pyramid scheme.
tactics with regard to recruiting people to work for them, aka leading these people to believe that they are going to be a boss babe, but it's all in their own mind. Blair is quite the polarizing figure among the anti-MLM community, since on one hand there are a lot of people who absolutely adore her and her content, while the rest are either indifferent or have bad feelings towards her. Might I add, she has quite the bad reputation among us in the commentary community, but I'll briefly touch on that in a bit and how it all came to be, along with some of her other drama that, in my opinion, demonstrates a pattern of behavior exhibited by herself and her director of her research team.
So this is the thing. Everyone had, like, this is before Blair started to, this isn't even before Blair started really becoming a lol cow. This is when the rest of the world started to figure out Blair's bullshit after the Tommy C stuff. This is literally at the point where we're reaching, like, hysterical level stupidity. Make sure you guys like the stream. I also heard about the Gundam stuff. We might go over that soon.
And it was incredibly
maybe
wild.
in
I
this
knew
stream.
for a while now that she's problematic, but I was taken aback by the fact that she has 1 million subscribers and still cannot accept constructive criticism. Now, I used to be a big fan of Blair's until...
Which is a fair point. This is the thing that not a lot of people focus on. Well, a lot of people do focus on, but like it's fallen off recently. Blair is somebody who can't handle criticism. I'll bet you $50 one of her mods are going to run away and they're going to run to Blair to her little Discord where everyone calls her mommy, which is the fucking weirdest thing in human history, that you even have a bot that has people call you mommy. Please stop. Your Discord is a complete degenerate waste site if you have a bot calling everybody mommy and you mommy, and they refer to you as mommy. This is How old are you, Blair? How old are you that people are calling you mommy in your own Discord? Now you're saying to yourself, Chris, how do you know that? Oh, I know. I've seen the Discord. It's scary. The Discord isn't like an awful place, right? I'm not gonna accuse Blair of like doing some weird shit in the Discord, right? I'm not doing that. I just think it's funny that there's a bot that calls everybody mommy, calls Blair mommy. She calls herself mom and mommy. I don't get that. I don't get it. It's very fetish, fucking, it has a lot of fetish undertones, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. It's very weird to call yourself mommy, but okay. I guess we're just gonna ignore that. I personally am not a fan of calling anyone mommy. It kind of feels like motherless behavior, or, you know, don't have your people call you mommy. Don't have people call you mommy. Please. Please don't do that. Don't do that. She is giving Auntie mommy. God damn it, Mishi. God damn it. No, I can't laugh at that. Fuck. I can't laugh at that.
All the drama with another rival anti-MLM YouTuber turned commentary channel named Cruel World Happy Mind, and then seeing how she treated my friend Tipster when she was once a part of the SFTP crew. This is a commentary news group led by a YouTuber named Tommy C, and it stands for a shot from the point. Fun fact is she was once a part of this group and was kicked out for reasons which I will be touching on in just a moment. Also worth noting, although while Blair mainly does anti-MLM content, she also does other series such as Corporate
Thank you
Casket.
for our
However,
second
in today's
super
video,
chat.
I am focusing on another series of hers called Prism of the Past. In her own words, this is a semi-weekly series about historical events, people, and situations from the past, from the fascinating to the forgotten. In this specific series, she has produced content on topics such as Marilyn Monroe, Judy Garland, Quaker Oats, allegedly feeding children radioactive oatmeal, okay, and she also covered several topics as well. However, the one I am going to be focusing on in today's video is about Vocaloid. Chances are you're just like me and you don't even know what the hell that even is, and according to Wikipedia, here's what Vocaloid is. Vocaloid—
I love Wikipedia articles. I love Wikipedia. Man, remember when people used to reference Wikipedia?
is a singing voice synthesizer software
Thanks for answering all my old man questions.
Yeah, of course, QTV. Again, thank you for our second super chat for today, and the 10 gifted from Doug, and then the 20 so far from Fruit. I appreciate that. Let's keep that up.
Its signal processing part was developed through a joint research product led by a person whose name I cannot pronounce at the Pompeu Fabra University in Barcelona, Spain in 2000, and was not a—
Wait, hold on. We have to stop. We have to take a break. The fish tank house got swatted? What? Excuse me? Pretty idiot, is that true? Is that true? Is that, like, actually true? Like, am I getting trolled right now, or is that, like, a real thing? Because I like the fish tank house, and I would rather it not be swatted. It did? Nah, bro, hold on. We're taking a derail. We're taking a derail, chat. Hold on. Yo, even Diesel's tweeting about this. What? Is there any updates? It did? Bro, yo, that's fucked. Is Josie okay? Is Josie okay? That's all I care about. Is Josie okay? Is she okay? Please? Oh God. Thank God. She's okay. She's stimming and she's alive. That's all that matters.
originally intended to be a full commercial project. Backed by the Yamaha Corporation, it developed the software into a commercial product, Vocaloid, that was released in 2004. The software enables users to synthesize singing by typing in lyrics and melody, and also speech by typing in the script of the required words. It uses synthesizing technology with specially recorded vocals of voice actors or singers. To create a song, the user must input the melody and lyrics. A piano roll type interface is used to input the melody, and the lyrics can be entered on each note. The software can change the stress of the
Jimmy, I swear to God. I swear to God. Imagine John comes out of the fucking fish tank house and he has a story. He has a story. He has a story. He fought all the police. Thank you for the re-membership of 3 months, guys. We're doing a members-only stream after this.
The pronunciations, add effects such as vibrato, or change the dynamics and tone of the voice. Also, for one eye to the channel, a decision he later came to regret, because when they had their falling out, she went ahead and deleted all of the videos featuring her as a reporter for this channel without his permission. Yeah, that's pretty messed up, right? Oh, but it did not stop there, because the reason for this falling out is said to have been because Tommy made a fat joke about Tipster that eventually turned into merch. Tipster, having a good sense of humor, said he thought it was funny and had no issues with this whatsoever. It was also well known that this group roasted everyone that they discussed, but a bit of—
Yeah, it's literally Tommy C's news team. If you're working for Tommy C, you have to realize that you're gonna get fucking shit on. This is how it is. He shits on everybody. Like, Tommy does it in a way that's, like, humorous, where he shits on everybody. It's incredible. I like Tommy's shit like that, right? Like, nobody has an issue with Tommy shitting on people. It's kind of funny. I find it hilarious still to this day. But, like, people that get mad at that, I don't get it. I really don't. It's not like he's being malicious or anything, you know?
of irony here is when a fat joke was made about another unnamed member of this group.
No, it was a fat joke against someone named Ricochet. If you were in the beginning of the stream, Mr. Gamer, it was a fat joke against a friend of hers named Ricochet, somebody a part of the Shot from the Point news team, who used to call Tipster fat.
Group, and some of the members got offended by it, including the same member as well as Blair, who was said to have pissed off Tommy as well as the rest of this crew. Nick the Oreo, another member and commentary channel here on YouTube, did a video about the situation back then, and Blair did not take kindly to it, to say the least. The video did get struck, but not by Blair herself, but it was speculated that whoever issued the strike did so at her request. Now back to the—
Now this is the thing that we're going to talk about. So now this is, I'm going to be filling in some gaps here for you. So Blair convinced somebody, a fan artist of hers, who Nick used the fan's artwork, I believe, in the thumbnail. And Blair allegedly, no, apparently, definitely, convinced the artist that the video, the artwork was being used as in a hate video against Blair, and that maybe she doesn't want her art actually incorporated into what Blair perceived to be a hate video against her, and convinced this woman, or this artist, not woman, this artist, to strike Nick's video down because Blair saw it as a hate video and convinced the artist that it was an issue having that a part of it. Nick and the artist talked it out. Nick removed the artist's artwork from the video and from the thumbnail, and the artist removed the strike. Then there's another situation where I believe, help me out here, I believe that there was a section of the video involving another person's work, and it was in the fair use video. Blair tried reaching out to that individual to have them strike Nick's channel, and that individual didn't care. So the thing is that Blair, when a video is made about her, it's a hate video. Everything about it's a hate video. It's not actually constructive criticism. It's just actual hate. And there was a lot of things that Blair said about Nick. I have the Twitter thread of some of the things that apparently she accused Nick of, and Nick brought that back up recently, so we're definitely going over that. But Blair perceived it as a hate video and convinced somebody to strike Nick on her behalf because she was too fucking afraid to do it herself. Too much of a pussy to do it herself, because if she knew, if she did, the amount of fucking shit that would be landslid into her lap would be unholy. But she didn't care. She didn't care. She just convinced someone else to do her dirty work. Countdown to this getting striked? Yeah, I'm 100% expecting that to happen. I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I am 100% expecting that to happen, but something tells me I'm going to be fine. Something tells me I'm going to be fine. I have a very strong feeling that I'm going to be okay.
reason why I censored Tipster's thumbnail. The reason for the strike was due to the fan art that was originally made for her that was used in the original thumbnail for his video. It turned out that the person who struck the video was the original artist, who eventually made an agreement with Nick to lift the strike in exchange for him changing the thumbnail, and both held up their ends of the deal. Eventually, DMs between herself and the artist got leaked by Tipster, who she sent this receipt to for whatever reason, and it reads as follows. Yeah, this is a little blurry. Apologies in advance for that. Blair DMs them and says, hey, I just want to reach out to you and let you know that there is a hate channel that just used your fan art you made for me as their thumbnail. I don't know if you
Whoa. Nick Diorio's a hate channel? Nick, you're a hate channel. Oh my God, I should have opened my eyes sooner. Nick is like the ultimate hate channel. The ultimate hate channel. Jesus Christ, Nick. What did you do? What have you done, Nick, that makes it the ultimate hate channel? Blair really didn't like you a few years ago, brother. I wonder why. It's almost like people were criticizing Blair and she couldn't fucking handle it.
To use that, but if not, I just wanted to let you know so that you could protect your work. The artist responded back and said, hey, thank you so much for letting me know about this. No, I did not grant them permission to use my artwork, especially not as a thumbnail to lure people in with. Send me a—
So this is the thing. If the thumbnail was transformative, there was no reason for the strike to be issued in the first place. That's my issue with this. Regardless whether or not, if the thumbnail's transformative using somebody's artwork and it's a transformed art piece, it's fair. It's fair, you stupid bastard. So the person that fell for this crap, this artist, you're retarded. To this day, I will forever call you an idiot. Whoever you are, you're a fucking brain-dead dipshit. And then there's Blair, the person that is convincing somebody of a smaller stature in the community to strike Nick on her behalf. Bitch-made energy, guys.
link to them or text me their name so I can take care of it. Again, thank you so much
Make
for
sure the
bringing this to
likes-
my attention. I
We have
apologize for
150
causing an
we have
issue
151 watching. Let's get the likes up. Let's see if we get it in 90.
for you as well. Plus, I am sorry for responding so early.
The artist probably calls Blair mom. Probably, dude. I wouldn't even be surprised. That whole Discord thing about her being called mom is the weirdest fucking thing. And then on her Reddit, too. Oh, when we get to the Reddit. Oh, God, chat. You're not going to like what you see.
In the morning, and then it cuts off right there. So while she did not outright say to strike this video, it's pretty obvious what she was implying here. In other words, it was a tell me to strike this video without telling me to strike this video type situation. So yeah, this drama exploded and led to Blair being sent an eviction notice to vacate the SFTP premises. Do not pay us go, do not collect $200, just get the fuck out. Hold this thought because it becomes relevant again in a moment. She also had some drama with another rival Reddit YouTuber named r/, where she allegedly struck their content as well. I'm not going to dive into the specifics, but are you seeing a pattern here yet? Because I am. It seems like Blair could—
It's almost like Blair is a bitch copyright abuser on the same levels of Quantum TV, almost, chat. It's almost like I found the female version of Quantum. And I'm talking about the female version of Quantum, and I am very excited for when she tries to kick dirt in my face, because it's not going to end well for you. It's not, trust me, it won't, Blair. It won't. I don't care if you have 1 million fucking subs. I don't care if you have 100 million subs like Mr. Beast or PewDiePie. It ain't going to end well for you.
cannot handle criticism and doesn't like it. I hate that this sort of thing is prevalent in this community with some content creators, especially because we make a living calling out shady shit about other content creators and influencers. So getting mad at others returning the favor is very hypocritical in my opinion. It's like if you can criticize people but can't handle it when it comes back to you, then maybe move on to a different genre on YouTube.
10 more
so
likes,
anyway,
people.
fast forward to 6 months ago, back in February, when she had major drama with another anti-MLM YouTuber turned commentary channel named Cruel World Happy Mind, who
Good to
was
see
at
you
the
too,
time a
Pigeon.
much smaller channel compared to Blair. Long story short, Cruel World did a video about an MLM company and later learned that Blair not only did a video about the same topic, but she noticed that Blair potentially plagiarized some of her work with—
Do you hear the word potentially plagiarized? It's not that she immediately accused Blair of actually plagiarizing the video. Potentially. It was a question being like, hey, it's kind of close. Like, I want to clear this up. Please, can we talk about it? It's not like, you stole from me. Potentially. Let's get some sus Among Us in the chat for Blair. Let's get some sus Among Us for Blair in the chat.
without giving her credit. As someone who was still considered a small channel and had this done countless times to me by significantly huger channels, I felt her pain and I was in shock that Blair would do something like this because, as I said, I used to be a big fan of hers, and in her description boxes, she was very thorough with the credit that she would give to people. So up until this point, I had no idea about her prior drama that I just touched on, so I still supported her at the time. At first, I figured it could have been a mistake. It could have been a mix-up, or she simply just forgot to give her credit because, hey, it does happen, even with me. So I gave her the benefit of the doubt for the time being. That wasn't until I saw that Cruel World did a video where she discussed how she privately and politely confronted confronted Blair shared some of their DMs where Blair was being dismissive, trying to turn it around on her because she cited Blair in the past as a source. It said that she does not watch other anti-MLM channels because she...
Which is bullshit. I don't believe that. This is my thing, right? I don't believe that Blair didn't watch other anti-MLM content. That doesn't make any sense to isolate yourself. I know I've already talked about this, but like, it's a position that I don't understand, chat. It's a position I genuinely don't understand. If you are going to make content calling other people out and using research, why aren't you looking at what the others are doing around you and trying to either disprove it, prove it, or verify information? Why aren't you doing that? It literally throws everything out of the loop. It doesn't make sense. To isolate yourself from the rest of the community doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. It hinders you more than anything. You don't need to interact with the people. You don't have to. But maybe look at how other people are doing things and build off of that. Like, why not? Why not? I'm so very confused by that. Still to this day, I have no reason to understand that. And I never will. Because you're cutting yourself off. You're making it more difficult for yourself. What's the point? What's the absolute point of that? God. That's like saying, if you're going to research, like, all right, so like when I used to study physical anthropology and evolutionary archaeology, right? If I decided to not look at any of the past research that I was studying and just said, fuck everything before me, I'm going to ignore all of it and create my own research, you're doing yourself a disservice because you're going to fuck something up somewhere eventually, or something's going to sound relatively close, or maybe a word-for-word copy on accident of someone else's work. Now, am I saying that Blair may have done an accident, an oopsie? Based on her track record, I don't believe that she did an oopsie, but I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, kind of. Not really, but still. My idea is that if you're going to do a research-based video, research-based anything, why cut yourself off from other references? What is the point of doing that? You're only shooting yourself in the foot harder than necessary. And it's hilarious that you think that you can do that and nothing's going to come out of that. It just makes things more difficult for you.
She doesn't want their content influencing her opinions. Two things I want to quickly point out here before continuing on. She was also caught in 4K lying about the situation on the Double Cleanse podcast that is hosted by the Welsh twins, who both produce skincare and beauty content on their respective channels. She also briefly responded to this on her Twitch. Both of these will be linked down below, along with the now deleted video by Cruel World Happy Mind. So before going into the main...
She has writers and editors, lol. She doesn't even do her own research herself. Then what the fuck are you doing? You're just expouting what somebody puts on a paper. You're not building anything yourself. You have a team of people doing that for you. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not shitting on people with a team, right? Like, I have some people that send me information and I go off that. I look at it myself. I verify it. I double check it. I take a look at other people's content to see if that matches up with some certain aspects. Why aren't you, like, verifying that first? Why aren't you looking at other people's content to see, hey, maybe somebody's already talked about this. Maybe there's a different perspective out there. Maybe there's something I don't know. Like, I get that she has a team, and it's okay to have a team, but if you are solely relying just on that team and not doing things yourself, you're not building anything. You're not actually putting your own opinions on things. You're having your team do it for you, which I think is ridiculous. Because I like the idea of having a team of people send me things, but I still want to verify shit. I still want to make sure it's accurate on my end. My end. I want to make sure it's good and make sure, and then find things myself to add more to what my team's doing. So if you're not doing that, you're just sitting around hoping that your team sends you shit and then you build a script off of that. I don't know. I'm personally not a fan of that. I guess that's just my own opinion and how I feel about it, but, like, that's ridiculous. Like, I'm thankful for the team that I have. They send me stuff, but sometimes I don't use that stuff. Sometimes I sit back and go, hey, you know what? That might be something that I can look more into. And then I go out and I look into it myself to feel comfortable with the information sent to me. If you are relying solely on your team for all the information, you're going to fuck something up. All she is a voice actress at this point. The bitch is crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
topic, let's get back to the situation. After this, basically they spoke on the phone about her video for several hours because it began to gain traction, and her buddies from SFTP caught wind of this, and I guess she knew that this could blow up in her face because those guys get a lot of views on their channels, and of course the massive anti-MLM community carrying it even further. She wanted to defuse the situation, which I fully understand, but the way she went about handling it was pretty awful in my opinion. During this call, they came to an agreement that she would remove a portion of her video where she shared the private messages between the two, which didn't exactly paint Blair in the best light. Now, side note, she did eventually remove this video altogether. Anyway, I remember back when all this unfolded. I saw these two tweeting about how they resolved things, and Blair even went so far as to say that they're both cool with each other. However, Cruel World didn't share the same sentiment because she was liking tweets pointing out that the situation was bad, that Blair was being shady, so that told me that she still did not like her one bit, and why should she? As I said, and because the internet is forever, the SFTP crew got a hold of this video with the original now removed segment and blasted it on their channels. Tipster did another
That is amazing. I absolutely I love the internet. It never forgets. If you fuck up, the internet does not forget. They do not. And that's like the beauty of the internet, right? This is why I like commentary, right? And I think I share the same sentiment as a lot of people, where commentary is like weaving a story. It's like it's weaving the story of the internet, where you remember things, you call out things, you talk about things, you add your opinions on stories and situations on the internet. It's an archive. Commentary is a form of archive / can make fun of the madness. That's how I look at my channel, right? Like, I'll archive stuff and talk about things in like a serious manner, but I also like to laugh at the madness. And everything that Blair does is fucking hilarious. How could I not find this entertaining to some degree? That this woman, this grown-ass woman, picks fights with a 16-year-old, gets mad at him for making a fat joke towards a guy who's fat, who made fat jokes against another fat man. Then there is all the other shit where she tries to slander another channel. Then there's the other things that I'm about to show you, the r/ stuff, all of this. How can't you find this story hilarious? At the bottom of your core, you know it's funny. You know it's fucking funny.
Video that was over an hour long also will be linked down below. He discussed something disturbing where he pointed out that he ran a blog and would discuss his battles with mental health from time to time, something he also mentioned sometimes on his streams and social media to this day. He played some audio of her making jokes about his blog and mental health, and I thought it was absolutely disgusting. Normally I'd play the audio, but because she has a pattern of striking content creators or getting them to remove their content about her, I will not be playing this and we'll leave it at that. So if you want to hear it in full, you can watch Tipster's other video about the whole ordeal between Blair and Cruel World. As for another pattern with regard to producing content that sometimes contains misinformation,
and how
let's talk about that. I now know.
And then how don't you find the fact that she made a video about how a massive shit she took, that it was the size of the Mona Lisa's arm and she had to chop it up, and she posted that for the internet to see? How don't you find that shit hilarious? What is wrong with you if you don't find that funny? I question your sanity if you don't find that funny. How do you not consider her one? I'm saying she's like right there. Like she's borderline. It's when it's when the lol cow does something so outrageous. It's like a one-time thing. If they do something so incredibly outrageous, that's when they reach like status for me. It's tough to hit the lol cow level. Oh, Battle, you weren't here. You weren't here for the beginning. Unfortunately, I can't show the video because she copyright strike Ganji in the chat for posting it. So I'm a little nervous to show the whole thing. But if you listen to the beginning of the stream, I may or may not have used some audio clip of that.
There are several incidents where she was called out for this as well, namely one of those instances being one of her videos about Autism Speaks. Now, while I was gathering receipts last night for this video, I saw tweets about this, and to be fair, someone did...
I don't think I've heard about... Wait, Vault, what's the Autism Speaks thing? How do you fuck up a video on Autism Speaks? How is that possible? How do you fuck up a video on Autism Speaks? Oh God. Did she just call all the autistic people running it like, you're all retarded? Bro. How do you do that? How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up, dude? gotta breathe. I 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 gotta breathe. Oh, I gotta breathe. Oh, God.
Comment under my thread about it and said that she was totally chill about one of the incidents. So while this appears to be a pattern of hers, there are also occasions from time to time where she does handle these issues well, so there is that. However, as for one of the occasions where she did not handle it well, to say the least, some drama erupted over a recent video that she did on a program that I mentioned in the beginning of this video called Vocaloid. Special thanks to Irish Badass for sharing this with me. So, as I mentioned earlier, Blair has a research team that compiles, conducts, and submits their research to her on various topics of interest, and one of those being Vocaloid. Now, I'm not going to sit here and dive into the specifics of what was said with regard to the information that was presented in this video. However, there is a Google document out there now that details it in length, and I will be linking it down below. This document was sent to me by a major person in the anti-MLM community known as the MLM police. But to put it this way, Vocaloid has a very, very dedicated fan base who did not take kindly to this video whatsoever. After grabbing the receipts from Twitter, I went and checked the comment section for this video. Most, if not all, the comments were positive, which raised some red flags to me since it was the exact opposite on Twitter. And as you may or may not know, you cannot delete anyone else's tweets in the same manner that you can do on YouTube. There are loaded tweets that I grabbed, however, I will be mainly sticking to the interactions between Blair, this director named Sheikha, and several
Silencer Zero, I actually saw that video, and no, that's not what she said. I'm very curious. Are you talking about the Autism Speaks one, or are you talking about the Vocaloid one?
fans. Now, apologies if I pronounced her name. I'm just going to refer to her as the director or her director moving forward in the event that I said it improperly. Knowing Blair and her history with drama, I was wondering if she had learned from it, so I popped over to her Twitter to see how she was handling the situation since it is her channel after all. She tweeted this out about what was going on. Today I woke up and someone chose violence for me. Now, while she stopped replying to people after this tweet, she continued to like comments that were throwing shade at the people calling both of them out, and she was also liking tweets of this director behaving unprofessionally on her behalf. Honestly, while I did have hopes that she would have handled this a lot better given her history with drama, I'm not surprised at how she handled this whole situation, especially since there is now a rumor going around that she is kicking and or outright banning people from her Discord server for simply discussing this. As of the time of me writing the script and putting together this video, she has not addressed the situation on her channel either, be it the video itself or in her community tab. If, however, she does address it here or on her social media, I will be more than happy to include it. After getting loads of criticism for this tacky tweet, the director showed up and decided to throw gasoline on the already existing dumpster fire that is this situation. Now keep in mind that several people have deleted their replies to Blair due to this director going mask off on them with her replies. Now apologies if some of them are out of order, these did occur around the same time frame and not several hours apart from each other aside from a few interactions. Anyway, here are her director's tweets. In response to Blair's tweet about someone else choosing violence for her, this person said this: "But you aren't taking criticism or anything. Most of the information in your newest video, example saying Nyan Cat was Miko and it was Otawa Momo Mamone." I'm sorry.
God, I fucking hate this shit. Is it K-pop stands? Oh God, a K-pop thing. I kind of,
I know I butchered that and blocking people. The director responded and said, "We are done with the subject. The end. Bye." The director then responded to a now deleted tweet and said, "We only have 30 minutes. We only use academic and industry sources. I understand you're upset as a fan, but get over it. Both myself and another Vocaloid fan are on the team and wanted to do this video because we are fans. Also, fun fact, this tweet isn't about this. Bye." To say that this tweet—
I love that all of these tweets are like completely fucking passive aggressive. Everything is passive aggressive. But you guys kind of get the point, right? Like Blair finds ways to piss people off, slander small channels, talk shit about people, fuck over Tommy, all this stuff, right? Now we're gonna get into the next stage of Blair's evolution. Oh, this is my favorite part, chat. This is my favorite part. We're gonna get into Blair's next stage of human evolution. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of an FYI. About a day or two ago, Blair may or may not— definitely did. I'm not gonna do a bit here and be like, oh, she might be okay. I'm not doing a bit here. I'm being perfectly honest with you. Blair had a meltdown on Twitter that took my attention very seriously. I immediately saw this thread. I forgot where the fuck I was. Where was I? I'm pretty sure I was playing Destiny and I was just on Twitter, and then I saw this thread because Leon Lush responded to it. I saw Mudahar respond to it. I saw a lot of large creators responding to this thread, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? What's going on here? And at one point, I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? What is happening? What is happening? What is this conversation? And Illuminaughti started to go after Legal Eagle, and I was like, what? Legal Eagle? What the fuck did Legal Eagle do to you? And she deleted the tweets, guys, because she got a lot of backlash. And I have yet to see any sort of public acknowledgement of this. There technically was one. But it's not what you expect, where you would expect it to be. Now, let's go over the deleted tweets of Illuminati towards Legal Eagle. Oh, chat, you're going to love this. Illuminati starts out the tweets by going, "Not Legal Eagle, editors broaching my editors to take my video style. And when they didn't give up the info, they literally copied it." Remember the word literally copied it. Remember that point. Remember that word, chat. Remember the word literally. And by the way, I have the messages from my editors and found an email from them too. Just changed the color from purple to blue? Huh. Interesting. Now you say to yourself, the fuck are you, what the fuck is this schizophrenic on right now? Is she not taking her pills? Is she no longer on her regular scheduled schizophrenia medication? Yes, that's exactly what it is. Let's see here. So I went through my emails and found this just outright saying, "Yeah, I'm going to do this, but if you can make it easier for me, I'd appreciate it." Now, I want to see if I can get the photo pulled up here. No. It's a short email. It's a short email basically asking, "Hey, I'm an editor for Legal Eagle. I want to know how you guys do your plugins. And, you know, if you can't help us, that's totally fine. We'll figure it out how to do it ourselves." You know, just asking for editorial advice, right? Like just editorial advice. Asking, how do you edit in this style? Because we like your style. We'd like to replicate that in some form of a position here. And you're saying to yourself, "Chris, what's the editorial style that she has an issue with?" Don't worry. Calm down. Calm down. We're almost there. Calm down. We're getting there. You people have the attention span of a goldfish. Illuminati also went to my Discord server and tried to get more to cop the style. I am allowed to post a video essay I made that was inspired by Blair's channel, or is there like no self-promotion? Also, is there any way I could talk to one of the video editors? I edit for Legal Eagle, and I want to know how they did a specific effect. Asking for a specific editing style, an effect, it's not that big of a fucking deal. People ask each other how they work off of each other's editing styles all the time. You learn from different editing styles and make it your own. And if you like something specific from it, use it. There's no, you don't own an effect. You don't. Sorry. I don't look at it that way. If somebody wants to incorporate what they find to be interesting and they make it into their own transformative medium and they aren't copying you word by fucking word, it's an effect. It's an editorial effect. It doesn't fucking matter. This screams like a Susie Lou situation. Danny, if you have a level 2, you have to be level 2 to post links. Then the best place for you would be #advertise yourself and others. And about talking to the editing team, I've emailed them in the past, but got no response, so I figured I tried here. Just trying to ask. Let's see here. Yeah, the autism speaks what basically she said. Their work was more like proof they knew nothing about what autism is because they make people feel ashamed for having it rather than help them. Oh, sweet Jesus. So now, chat, we're at this point. Oh, this is my favorite point. I love this point. I love this part, chat. I love this part. One more like till we get 100 likes. Let's fucking go. But this is my favorite part. So remember when she said that they were literally copying, and I'm just going to do it, and they're trying to cop my style? This is the style that she's talking about. A torn piece of paper edit. You mean the thing that every single fucking documentary channel uses? Everything that Study V2 uses, Tro's use this, Xylees use this. I can think of a lot of fucking channels that do this. A lot of fucking channels. Yet somehow, Illuminati thinks that she owns this style of editing, which is retarded because there are large documentaries that aren't even on YouTube that use this. And it's a generic style of editing, yet somehow Illuminaughti thinks that she is 100% inclined to do that. That is really funny. That's it. I'm not even joking. These two things are what she's claiming Legal Eagle is copying her on. Copying. Can you imagine that? Saying that's copying? I guess I'm copying her style because of the thumbnail, which thank you to Mishi the Sheep, by the way. Make sure you commission art from Mishi or thumbnails, because she does great fucking work. It's not copying, Dark. You're fucking brain dead if you think it's copying. It's not copying. And if you want to get really detailed, she uses the opposite kind of rip that shows the rip of paper, while this one does it a little bit differently. So it's technically not the same, but she's trying to say it's the same, which is fucking retarded. Every fucking documentary channel uses that. God. And to be honest, I wouldn't have believed any of this was trying to replicate my videos. So replicate your videos in their entirety, replicating your editing style, replicating a rip tear. What do you mean by that? What? 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 How? How is this a full-blown replication of your videos, Illuminaughti? I'm very curious. How? How is this a full-blown recreation of your videos? It's actually hilarious to me that this is the position that you're fucking taking, you brain-dead dolt. Let's see here. If not for the email and Discord stuff that was done preemptive, you mean asking politely in the beginning to be like, hey, we're going to learn how to do this, but if you want to help us because we really enjoy how you do things, we'd love to do that. It's really cool, and we like that. Even the thing that all creators do for each other is just reach out and say, hey, how'd you do that in Editor? Oh, I did it this way. Oh, cool. Thank you for that. Holy fucking shit. They're copying her video styles for asking a single fucking question. Like, talk about, can I copy your homework? That's not what it is. Yeah, but just make it a little bit different. Shaking my head. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, Blair, you're so fucking dumb it hurts. Now, Legal Eagle caught wind of this because she tagged him in the tweet that he found out about this. Let's see here. Hey, Illuminaughti. I think this is a big misunderstanding. And by the way, she deleted those tweets if you didn't notice by the archive. Perhaps great minds think alike. Not one of my team is trying to copy you. Without an exhaustive review of your channel, I believe we used 2 styles before your channel did. We've used them for 3 to 4 years. So Legal Eagle just turns it around and goes, we've kind of been using this style for a while. We just wanted to figure out if we could make it like easier to do it, if you found an easier way of doing it. This bitch is so stupid it hurts. Oh god, how does she have 1 million subs? I don't get it. Let's see here. Legal Eagle again. Plus, the 2 styles, a pseudo paper rip and a highlight, are extremely common on YouTube based. The editor you're talking about didn't even design either of those 2 elements. Again, we've used them for 3 to 4 years at this point. Let's see here. Danny is great and thorough editor. We have reached out via email. He was just hoping to find out what plugin your team used on a particular video, a very common practice among editors. He was not looking to copy anyone's style. Danny is also a freelancer who makes his own videos. In the Discord, the video he referenced was being inspired by your subject matter, not your style. He's a fan of yours. The video he was referencing was a video of his own and not a Legal Eagle video. Oh, God. Here's the end of the Discord chat that Danny provided me. He was trying to edit a video of his own and using DaVinci Resolve. He was just looking for some technical help, and he thanked everyone anyways. let's see here. Danny, this isn't really the place for that. This is just to ask questions about the server, as the mod team isn't really involved into editing. The editing team are busy people. It's true, I'm very busy. Oh, well, thanks for your help. This shit's hysterical. This shit's hysterical. Thank you, Stefan Corbino, for 22. I love these super chats, guys. Thank you guys so much. TTS will force me to hear them, no matter what stupid shit you have to say other than slurs. Oh, my God. Let's see. Let's continue on. YouTube is great because it's collaborative and raising tide and the rising tide rises all ships. My team and I always try to provide original, high quality, informative content. We try to help others when they ask for it. There aren't really any trade secrets around here. Yeah, because YouTube is a collaborative effort. People want to collaborate with each other and work towards each other.
Thanks for this stream, Christ. I'm taking notes in order to call out JonTron, AVGN, and How to Basic for copying my style of editing and joking.
Hey, you leave How to Basic alone. You leave that beautiful man alone. You leave that grunting weirdo alone. I don't care if you do JonTron. How dare you, Stefan Corbino? You're learning too much. You're learning too much from Illuminaughti, Corbino. How could you? No! Chris the Dark, I have to call you out. You stole my style of throwing it back and kissing men while ranting about drama. Shut the fuck up. God damn it. This chat is so gay. Oh, God. Apparently, I stole items as apparently, I'm just copying everybody, guys. It's just how it is. Thank you, Jax, for the 2. That shit's so funny to me. We don't even know who How to Basic is. Bruh, that's an OG YouTube legend. OG YouTube legend. OG as fuck. If Legal Eagle came to the stream, that would be funny. We would just both laugh at this shit. I would laugh my ass off. I'm pretty sure we wouldn't even have, I wouldn't even want to debate the topics of it. I would just laugh with them. I'd be like, this is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Mishi sounds like Lily Pichu, transmat firing.
Jesus Christ. Mishi sounds like Lily Pichu. God damn it, Jax. Thank you for the 2, brother. I didn't know that Danny reached out to you, but I don't fault him for doing so. If anything, I think everyone on the platform should be more open and sharing. Me too. I believe in that fact as well. All people on YouTube should at least work together at some capacity, right? If you're going to take inspiration from others, if they are open to working with you or giving you secrets or being like, hey, this is how I edit things to make it easier for you, why wouldn't you do that? What's the point of trying to gatekeep certain styles of doing things? That doesn't make any sense to me. It actually makes things more difficult for yourself, for everybody involved on YouTube, and nobody grows and learns. So what's the point of calling someone out for something like that when it's a tiny question? Anyways, if you feel differently or want to hash it out, my DMs are open. That shit's funny. Now, this is my favorite thread. Chat. Now, I'm not going to go off and say that she 100% plagiarized something, but it's funny nonetheless. So, this guy, H. Bomer guy, just to clarify, one of Legal Eagle's editors asked one of your editors what plugin they used for a personal video they were working on for their own channel. I take plagiarism very seriously, so I'm interested in an explanation of what exactly went wrong here. Totally fine. You could ask that question. What's the issue? It's not that big of a deal, so what's the issue? What's the issue at the end of the day for this? Well, chat. There's something a little interesting in this video I'm about to show you. Personally, Illuminaughti, I would define plagiarism as something a bit more specific. For example, copying someone else's documentary directly into your script. Now, I'm not confirming or denying any of that, but let's just listen to this, and you guys can make your own judgments.
Professor Hugh Freudenberg.
Professor Freudenberg has long been controversial.
A man named Hugh Freudenberg, a former immunologist who has been long controversial.
Thank you for the 20.
In 1989, he was caught up in a bizarre lawsuit involving the Food and Drug Administration, which told him he had to stop injecting his autistic child patients with blood products.
In 1989, he was caught up in a bizarre lawsuit with the Food and Drug Administration, which told him he had to
Come on, bro.
stop injecting his autistic patients with blood products.
Imagine this tool as a college professor. She would be losing her mind over every student that had the same source, claiming it's the same style.
True.
She'd be passing out so many Fs that it would put Oprah's generosity to shame.
That is so true, Blaster. Thank you for the 20. I'm going to let this play out again because I feel like it stopped and I want you guys to listen to it. I want you guys to listen like very badly because this is like a very good example. Now I'm not saying I'm not accusing her or nothing, but like it's pretty good. It's a good example. It's a pretty good example. If Twitter's player didn't suck fucking donkey dicks now.
Hugh Freudenberg.
Professor Freudenberg has long been controversial.
A man named Hugh Freudenberg, a former immunologist who has been long controversial.
In 1989, he was caught up in a bizarre lawsuit involving the Food and Drug Administration, which told him he had to stop injecting his autistic child patients with blood products.
In 1989, he was caught up in a bizarre lawsuit with the Food and Drug Administration, which told him he had to stop injecting his autistic patients with blood products.
Then in 1995, he was suspended from practicing medicine and made to pay a $10,000 fine for his misuse and misprescribing of controlled drugs.
Then in 1995, he was suspended from practicing medicine and made to pay a $10,000 fine for his misuse of prescribing controlled drugs.
Professor Hugh Freudenberg.
Let's get some Among Us in chat for that one. If you're not a member, become a member so you can use the Among Us emote. We do have a lot of emotes for you guys on this channel. It's a little sauce. Little sauce. Little sauce. Little sauce. Just a little sauce. 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 Just I'm not accusing. Not accusing. I'm not. But hey, the chat thinks it's sus. Hey, the chat thinks it's a little sus. I'm not accusing you. But it kind of sounds a little the same. Little suspect. Little sus. Just a little sussy-wussy. Just a little sussy-wussy. She vented, true. She vented. Now we're getting to the next part. This is my favorite thing that I saw. This is after the Twitter thread that we just went over, right, with Blair. It's kind of funny, actually. I find that shit hilarious. Thank you for another 5, dude. I appreciate all the donations today.
That was like the Nostalgia Critic DB's parody where Kyle Hebert was being echoed by the characters for what was going on in the recap.
Dude, the Nostalgia Critic. I want to go over some of that shit one day. I want to do a retrospective live stream on the Nostalgia Critic and Channel Awesome. Because I watched Medicare's coverage of it, and I am so... I got really curious about, like, past shit, right? Like, I'm thinking about doing, like, retrospective stuff on top of, like, the new... like, the drama live streams. I'm thinking about doing both of those. Anyways, that's a conversation for later. This is a funny tweet because after she deleted the thread, well, this is after everyone started coming down on her like the hammer of Damocles and calling her a freak. She puts this out. So someone's been trying to gain access to my Google accounts and various social media accounts while I was streaming. Hacking into someone's accounts because you don't agree with them is nasty. And people who condone this behavior in their communities are gross. I'm kind of on the same page with Nick here. Considering how much you lie, I don't believe this happened. I'm kind of on the same page as Nick on that one. Because she just comes across as somebody who constantly lies to get themselves out of drama. And they're kind of bullshitting their way through everything. That's how it comes across to me. I don't like it.
I ate 2 gummies an hour ago and all this history is just blowing my mind.
How high are you, QTV? God damn. Oh, God. It's true, Chris. Believe my queen. Believe the queen. No. All right. So another response from Nick. Literally anyone who is willing to totally smear me knowing out of fear gets zero credibility. I actually don't care. Man, I wonder what she smeared Nick on. Let's go through the list with Augie RFC and Nick DiOrio. Now, some of these might be memes. Some of these might be true. It comes across as true. All right, so it starts off with Augie going, remember when she lied about r/swatting her? Nicholas DiOrio, remember when she tried to, actually blackball me by telling strangers and YouTubers that I made fun of her cancer and miscarriage despite me never fucking hearing about it either when we were friends? That's another arc where apparently she was saying that Nick and a few other people were making fun of her miscarriage and cancer. Now, the shot from the point people that are in the chat can probably tell you right now that none of them knew about that at the time. Nobody knew about it until I want to say recently, or made a joke about it. How the fuck was Nick supposed to know, lady? But you're going around telling other YouTubers and IRL people that Nick made fun of your miscarriage and cancer when he didn't fucking know about it? How? How did he know? Augie, remember when she took a fat Augie, remember when she took a fat diarrhea shit all over her boyfriend's bathroom and didn't have any toilet paper, then made a video about it on fucking Vimeo? Remember when she got mad about a meme video on my second channel that she convinced a random artist to DMCA me on her behalf because the thumbnail was altered from Google fan art? Remember when she sent ass picture to autistic Akujin from the Kumite? No, I forgot, but then she did that. I can't believe Kumite is involved in this in an ass picture. Now, again, these might be jokes. These might be jokes or real. I guess she sent an ass picture from the... I don't know. I haven't heard about that one. Vault or the guys might know more about that. I don't know. I don't know that one, but that's kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. All right, let's continue on. Oh, chat. Chat. Now, this is something I want to show, and I'm probably going to get a copyright strike for this. I'll be perfectly honest. Mango. Now, I don't know how Mango got these photos. Mango is accusing... Now, this is an accusation. Wink. This is an accusation that Mango says that Illuminati lives like this. This is Illuminati's house. She sleeps on her bed with this shit all over the place. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Kind of weird. And then she's also accusing Illuminati. This is the same motherfucker who stole her editor's car and refused to give it back, by the way. That's a little interesting. Now listen, Mango, not a lot of people like Mango. I'll be perfectly honest. But this is all allegations from Mango. I still find it curious why Mango's doing it that way. Maybe there's a hint of truth to it. I don't know. Orson, I know a woman who had one night stand, went for poop the next morning, toilet breaks. She wraps it in a little baggie to dispose later, writes a note leaving her number, accidentally left the poop. That's fucking disgusting. That's fucking disgusting. Why did you tell me that, Orson? Why did you tell me that? Why did I even read that out loud? The fuck is wrong with me? Why did I read that? Chris, you cannot feel bad for that editor because who lets someone borrow your car? I let my roommate borrow my car. He's never stolen it. But this is an allegation from Mango, and Mango's not really that reliable from what I understand. So take it as you will. Let's see here. Now, this is the next part. This is the next part, chat, that a lot of people aren't going to like. I think this part's actually really funny, if I'm being perfectly honest about this. Now, we are on Illuminati's Reddit page. Now, Illuminati, that I'm aware of, has not made a tweet about any of this stuff. Illuminati has not made any sort of stance or video or community page updates. Legal Eagle hasn't said anything. So everyone's looking at her Reddit, and somebody makes a post. Open letter to Illuminati, Big Joel, and Legal Eagle. Resolve your drama privately, or I'm unsubbing and I'm following you all as well. I don't know why the fuck you have to, like, expout that to the world. So notice how she has not said anything publicly, but she'll do it in the hidey hole of her Reddit where she thinks nobody's gonna fucking notice. And this was 2 hours ago. Now, does nobody see this? On her own Reddit, she calls herself Mom. It's a little uncomfortable, a little freaky. I'm not a big fan of that. It's a little weird. Illuminati, can I be honest? Stop the mommy talk. Stop the mommy talk. You're a grown fucking woman. Let's see here in the echo chamber of her subreddit where she thought nobody was going to notice. And I just apologized to Legal Eagle. I apologize to you too. It was something that should have been DM'd. I jumped the gun. I have some personal shit going on that has made me a bit more on edge these past few days. Okay, so now she's going with the mental health defense. Listen, I don't know how many times you can go with a mental health defense where you post shit on the internet accusing somebody blatantly of something and using the word literally, trying to make it a literal accusation against them, and then go behind the guise of like, oh, well, you know, it's just my mental health. I did this because my mental health was bad. I don't believe these people that are like, I have some personal issues after I accused somebody. That's why I did it. Okay, fuck you. Fuck you. And that's not an excuse, but more of a learning lesson to just step away for a minute. Finish handling IRL stuff, then come back. Pathetic. Fucking pathetic. I have to check out this person. I usually watch videos about roller coasters like engineering feats, to be honest, but this is cool to learn about more spokes in the space. I thank you for being understanding. I apologize again and hope to do better as the time goes on. Why haven't you posted this to Twitter, bitch? Or make a community update or a video or something outside of your own echo chamber. Is it because you're afraid that you're going to get fucking roasted to death for this? That might be the case. That might be. So let's see here. Now, this is fun. This is funny. This is another post. I did apologize to Legal Eagle privately. I didn't care who Big Joel the person is, but yeah, that's why I deleted the tweets. This person responds with something that I would have also asked them. So you're happy to do call-outs in public, but only apologize in private? That's a based question. You, Redditor, you get Reddit gold from me. I give you Reddit gold. No, I give you Reddit platinum. You get all of my Reddit money for that one question, because that is the question that I would be asking. Why aren't you doing this on a more public stage? Why aren't you doing this on a more public stage? Is it because you're afraid? It seems like you're afraid. Come on, Illuminati. Stand up for what you said. Stand up to what you said. Instead of hiding in your little echo chamber because one person threatens to unsub from you, which is so ridiculous that you respond to one person unsubbing to you, but not the mass of the community at whole that's like, hey, you fucked up. Maybe you should say something. She's like, no, I'm not going to answer. Fuck you. I'm not going to answer anybody. I'm just going to leave my mental health. God. I don't care about her new content and miss the old stuff. You can always feel free to unsub to them. I love my new content, and it's something that actually makes me happy. Yeah, that's all that matters. It's just funny that this bitch can't get over this shit. Let's see here. Now we're getting into the next part. So, so she responded yesterday to somebody involving congrats. She's getting destroyed on Twitter. That's probably why she's not tweeting anything. Let's read these over real quick. When are you apologizing for being a plagiarist yourself? I will look into your videos and find out more things you have copied from old documentaries. Have fun. You gonna address your plagiarisms yet? You gonna apologize to Legal Eagle for harassing his editor using a publicly available plugin that existed long before you used the effects? You gonna address why you support eugenics? Whoa! Supporting eugenics? When the fuck did that come from? Supporting eugenics? Whoa! And deleted the video you made about your stance? Damn! When the fuck did she support eugenics? Whoa! Whoa! I did not know about the eugenics video. What's that about? Oh, I need to see that video now. Are you going to apologize to the editor you publicly shamed with an extremely wrong accusation? The accusation you then deleted on your account of how extremely wrong that they were, or are you just gonna pretend it didn't happen? That's actually true. I don't know the eugenics one. That's a new one. That's a new one to me. Tweets again. Okay, just delivering the fire today. Very cool. Hey, any updates on the plagiarism situations? Any developments there? Please address that plagiarism drama. Always preaching and trying to take the moral high ground, yet you refuse to apologize to Legal Eagle. Oh my god, I forgot about the tie-dye too. Vince Vera, Illuminati, and false plagiarism accusations. Somebody links their video under her tweet. That's amazing. 10 out of 10 to this guy. When you post something on the internet, you cannot pretend it never happened. So you're going to pretend like the whole plagiarism thing didn't happen? Damn, you got cooked. Your bio says one of your hobbies is crying. It's actually very accurate. Is apologizing that hard for you? Sadly gonna say I will be unsubbing from you. This is hilarious. She's just getting fucking destroyed to death on the internet. I find that shit hilarious. Oh, God. There's so much. Oh, my God. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, man. That shit's hilarious. To this day, I find that shit funny. Okay. If there's anything I missed by the other people in the chat that know more about this, we're going to take about 5-10 minutes to talk to the chat for a bit. We kind of got through everything in a pretty timely fashion. I expected that to go longer. I really did. I really did expect that to go longer. All the way through and through. I appreciate everybody for coming out. The eugenics video, I am very, very interested in. I need to see that video. I need to see that video. I need to see it. I need to see it so bad. Beavers, also don't ask Mishi for nudes in my chat, you sick deranged bastard. Also, Mitch, I have to be honest, you know that guest that you guys had that I won't say anything, I won't say the name, because I don't want to ruin your surprise. But can you tell that guest to shove like a dragon dildo up their ass or something? I don't know. Like tell them to like jump. That'd be great. Mediker's my dad. Let's see here. But I think we got everything done today. What I am going to do is we're actually going to be doing a members only stream. Only. It's going to be members only based, playing some games. I'll be talking to chat, hanging out with you guys. You guys are more than welcome to join me. If you're not a member, become a member already. It's pretty cheap. It's only $3.99 for the minimum. I want to say thank you in particular. Thank you for the resub, Wondering Degenerate. Cring, 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 all the cring. True. Thank you for the resub. I want to say big shout outs to MCID, Mari, Plants, Doug, Fruit, Dark Mage, QTV, Dr. Bear, Stefan Corbino, Jax, Blaster, and Wondering Degenerate for re-upping their memberships and donations today. That was fucking awesome of you guys. Thank you guys so much. I also want to say thank you to the people that donated directly the last live stream, so I genuinely appreciate that. We will be doing a members only later today, and I will see you guys then. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Make sure you guys check out Now Recording as well, and check out Mitch's video, Mitch from Shockmouth. He did a good, well, good in quotations, video on Illuminati, so I definitely recommend you guys check that out, even though Mitch is a disgusting Australian bogan. I'll see you guys later today. Just keep an eye out for the notification. If you are a member, we will be going live there soon. Thank you guys so much for watching.